near, close, contiguous, or adjoining, such as two parcels of land that share a boundary. Answer: adjacent. A mortgage loan that has an interest rate on the note that periodically adjusts based on an index that reflects the cost to the lender, also called a variable rate mortgage. Answer: adjustable rate mortgage, or ARM. The purchase price of a property, basis, minus accumulative depreciation, plus acquisition costs, plus capital improvements, also called adjusted purchase price. Answer: adjusted basis. Court-appointed personal representatives of an estate for someone who dies intestate, without a will. Answer: administrator. A document that transfers title to real estate from an intestate person, someone who dies without a will, to his or her heirs. Answer: administrator's deed. A document for owners of mobile homes, certifying that the home is immobilized, i.e., anchored to real property. Answer: Affidavit of Affixture. A disclosure document that may be required when selling property that is either in an unincorporated area, not in a city or town, not in a subdivision, or if 5 or fewer parcels are involved in the transaction. It provides information about certain aspects of property and allows the buyer an opportunity to rescind the contract. Answer: Affidavit of Disclosure. A sworn statement under oath that indicates the purchase price paid by the buyer in a transaction must be filed with the deed and signed by both buyer and seller. Answer: Affidavit of Value. A document that may be used in lieu of an affidavit of value if a party to the transaction objects to taking an oath because of personal or religious reasons. Answer: Affirmation of Value. A relationship of trust between one person, the principal, and another, the agent, in which the agent has the authority to act on behalf of the principal. Agency creates a fiduciary duty on the part of the agent to act in good faith. Answer: agency. An agency relationship created when a principal confirms and accepts an agent's unauthorized act. Agency by ratification. The agent is given an interest in the property that is subject of the agency relationship. Agency coupled with an interest. A situation making it necessary for an agent to act without receiving permission or authorization of the principal, usually to avoid harm to the principal. Answer: agent by necessity. A party injured. Answer: aggrieved. A carryback document between buyer and seller. The seller does not give a deed to the buyer until paid in full. Therefore, the seller retains legal title and the buyer has equitable title. also called land contract, contract for deed, or installment sale. Answer: agreement for sale. A contract in which a seller promises to convey title to real property to a buyer in exchange for the purchase price. Also called purchase contract, contract for sale, or sales contract. Answer: agreement to sell. The ownership of the interior in a condominium. A property that is above the base elevation of the land, such as in a multi-level building. Answer: air lot. The right to undisturbed use and control of the airspace over a parcel of land within reasonable limits for air travel may be transferred separately from the land. Answer: air rights. The transfer of ownership or an interest in property from one person to another by any means. Answer: alienation. A clause used in a mortgage allowing the lender to demand the full and immediate payment of the mortgage because the owner transferred ownership of the property. Also called due on sale clause. Answer: alienation clause. A concept of land ownership that allows private individuals to own property. Answer: Allodial System. Solid material deposited along a shore by a gradation. Alluvion. A clause in a sales contract that amends any terms of the contract that may require a buyer to forfeit earnest money, pay a penalty, or pay additional closing funds if the property fails to appraise at the contract sales price. Required when the loan is insured by the Federal Housing Administration. Amendatory Clause. A formal revision to a contract to add, remove, or update elements found in the contract. Amendment. Favorable features of a building or place. Amenities. A national association of title companies, abstractors, and attorneys whose members agree to promote uniformity, quality, and professional standards in the title insurance policies. American Land Title Association, ALTA. A 1990 federal law that prohibits discrimination based on a person's disability and enforces consistent standards in employment, Title I, public services, Title II, public accommodations, Title III, and telecommunications, Title IV. Americans with Disabilities Act. Payment of debt in regular, periodic installments of principal and interest, as opposed to interest-only payments. Amortization. A table or chart that shows the periodic payments, interest and principal requirements, and unpaid loan balance for each period of the life of a loan. Amortization Schedule. Attaching personal property to land so that the law views it as part of the real property. Annexation. The relationship between the cost of borrowing and the total amount financed, represented as a percentage. Annual percentage rate, or APR. An economic principle that says value is created by the expectation of future benefits, such as profit on resale, pleasure, tax shelter, production, income, etc. Anticipation is the foundation of the income approach to appraisal. Anticipation. Laws that protect the borrower from a deficiency judgment if the loan is a purchase money loan, mortgage, or deed of trust, if the secured property is a single or two-family dwelling and on 2.5 acres or less. Anti-Deficiency Protection. An area of federal law concerned with maintaining competition in private markets by prohibiting unlawful restraint on trade. Antitrust.